Hello there, and welcome to Women's Business.
My name is Dr. Marianne Shallcross Smith, known to most as Dr. Daycare, and this is my co-host, Amy Vogel. We'd like to welcome you to our mentoring program designed to educate our community on issues facing working women. We will be speaking to our guests in the areas art, sciences, health, education, law, medicine, politics, community service, military, and business.
The goal of the show is to provide information that comes only from personal experience and to pass this information down to our daughters, nieces, neighbors, family, and friends. Much of the content will relate to the guest speaker's journey in their profession, what they have learned most about this process, and what they wished they had known before this journey began. Since women-owned businesses are the fastest growing sector of our economy, my guests will close with what lesson they would like to pass on to the viewing audience.
Thank you for joining us on Women's Business. We are honored to welcome to the show Tiffany Tinkham and Evelyanne Piette. How are you both?
Very good.
Good. Amy, I'm so excited you're here.
Yes.
Two teachers from Dr. Daycare
Yes.
who last fall went on a national conference.
Correct.
So we're all here to tell everyone about what your experience was like and what you liked about it, everything's like lessons learned, what kind of changes, and I'm interested in hearing, because you kind of didn't even know each other beforehand, right?
We did
You
not.
got a plane together,
Yes.
and then you got together and you actually shared a hotel room together.
Yeah.
And did
Yes,
you come
we did.
back friends?
Yes.
I mean, we stay connected like
that
through
amazing?
Facebook and things like that,
Yeah.
and we talk about, like work-related things. So it was,
Because you're
Good
both
to-
preschool teachers,
right.
preschool, pre-K teachers, so
Yeah.
you have that in common.
yeah. So and it was good. I think we connected pretty well
That's
the
great.
minute we got there, and it was pretty good.
That was the risk part of it, back
Yeah.
at the home office, I planned this whole thing. I'm like, geez. And it was so we decided to do it, unfortunately, late. We're going to really be on in June for next year, not September, October for November. But Amy gave us like extra money in the budget. We're like excited. She goes, Mom, there's a little bit of extra money in the budget. Let's do the national conference. I'm like, okay. So Rebecca and I and Eleanor pulled the whole thing together. So I appreciate you also putting your name in to go, and then also going with the flow of going to a national conference.
Yeah, it was definitely an honor too, and it was the minute I saw it, I was like, wow, that's like amazing that they're offering that, because I had gone to one many years ago, and it's something that I was interested in going to, so it was awesome to have that opportunity.
Oh, good. Yeah, it's an NAEYC conference, which for people that don't know is Early Childhood Conference, a national one. Actually, I think it might be is it
International.
International at this
Yeah,
point,
yeah, it is, you're
which
right.
is amazing. So having all those people with common interests in one place, the information you probably received is probably a little too much, probably at times. It's like overwhelming.
It was very overwhelming
Yeah.
at times.
Yeah. So tell us, what did we'll start with? What did you like the most about it? Like, what did you think about the whole thing?
I like the fact that it was international.
Okay.
We were able to talk to people from Dubai and Jamaica and all over the world, and I was going in thinking that it was just a United States conference, and it wasn't. So it was amazing to hear differences and same things that we do in the United States that they do in their country.
What was one of the major differences?
They have more outdoor time.
That's great.
Oh,
That's great.
is it because of the weather?
I think, well, the lady that I was speaking to was from Jamaica. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Who wouldn't want to be
The
outside
whole,
Jamaica?
the whole day would be outside.
yes,
Exactly.
they do a lot of their
Yeah.
teaching outside.
Absolutely.
That's
yeah.
great, though.
Yeah. One thing I found in all the years in early child education is like, sticking out your tongue and and it's like universal. It's all over the world. You know what I mean? It's like, that's when you know child development is child development. It's all how we interact as teachers to get the child, as parents, to get the child where you need them to go. But things are so universal. It's amazing.
They really
so if you
are.
sit down with someone from another country, all of a sudden you're talking the same language, even though sometimes you can't speak the same language, but you're talking the same language of children. Yeah.
I think it's great that there is a huge emphasis on outdoor time. I think in the United States, as adults, we tend to be like, because I know even with my own kid, okay, we're gonna go for a bike ride, and I love doing all that stuff, but it's like you have to like plan it out. Where in other
Right.
cultures, it's just part of their life.
Like they just do it. They don't think about it. It's not a chore. It's nothing. It's let's just go outside and enjoy
do, yeah.
what's out there. So I really think in the United States we don't do that as much as we should. in
I
general.
agree.
You're right. As you say that, Amy, it is kind of a planned activity.
It
like you
becomes
got
like
to
a
plan
thing.
it to go to with your children, like you go to eat. I never
Yeah.
thought of it like that. Really, it's interesting. Yeah. Wow.
Just going for a walk in the afternoon, it's
Yes.
like, okay, we have a half an hour. Let's
Exactly.
Right.
And it's all like it becomes like a scheduled thing versus just a natural time
Yeah.
in your
Right.
life.
Yes.
I want to talk about growing up in the 50s for 1 second. That's when your mother said, it's 8 o'clock, you've done the dishes, and you had your breakfast, and it's summertime, and listen for the 5 o'clock whistle and come back in.
Yeah.
We got a lot of outdoor TV. That's where it shifted. I don't know. Not completely like that, but we did go in for lunch.
Yeah.
You came in for half an hour and then went back out.
Back out again. Actually, it was
Yeah.
much more
Today
fun.
would be like CPS would be
opposite.
called for unsupervised time.
Yeah, right.
That's true, actually.
You haven't seen your child all day.
They're in the ball field playing. So what was your favorite part?
I think like even along with seeing a lot of international people, I think too seeing males in the group. I
That's
mean
great.
obviously you see a lot more women, but just seeing like different men being involved too in the early childhood and even like men directors, which
Wow.
I don't I've never really met one,
Yep.
so I got to actually sit down with one in one of the conferences and like their perspective and their view on things, and it's they have the same kind of thing that they flow, but
Yep.
just seeing it from like a guy's point of view was pretty awesome too, and just all the information, they have so many choices of conferences and you're like, which one do I really want?
Yes, yeah.
So but it was I tried to stick to things that really interested me, things that I wanted to kind of better at in my field. So and that was just really good to just grasp all that information as much as I could. I had my phone there like recording most of
Yeah.
it because it's hard to jot
Yeah.
everything down.
Lot.
So it was good to kind of take some of that back and kind of re-listen to it. So
It's a lot of information coming at you all at
Yeah,
once.
there is. And it's a huge conference, too. Is there anything that you took that you brought back that you're using every day in your classroom?
So there was something that I loved, and I kind of had seen it before but never thought of really implementing it with preschoolers. But it's something that I know like maybe some elementary classrooms or things like that use, and it's like the webbing. So like, we have our monthly themes.
Yeah.
So but I involve the kids in like, okay, this is the theme of the month. What do you want to learn about that month?
Yeah.
So we kind of go off on that and just kind of going, it's still, we're talking about the theme, but it's things that they
You're
want to
interested
talk
in.
about.
Totally.
Yes.
So, that's something that I really loved kind of incorporating into the classroom and things like that. And I haven't done it as often as I wanted to, but the times that I have, it's been like an awesome month of just like what they want to do and what they want to learn.
And then they're
so-
engaged because they're
Yes.
interested.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm sure just in general, the classroom is just flowing better
Right.
and easier because the kids
Right.
are enjoying what they're learning.
Exactly.
You know?
And they all want to be involved.
Which is
so.
wonderful.
And each and every one of those children has something unique in their house that whatever the theme is for the month, that uniquely happens in their house, and now you give them a chance to express it. You know what I mean? Let's just say I'm using March coming up because I guess tomorrow's March.
I know,
Oh
we
my
can't
gosh,
believe
I
it.
know.
Well, and we're going to do the green, and certainly let's go with the shamrock thing. But some little kid could say, "Oh, by the way, my grandfather just went to Ireland," and you
Right.
pinpoint that on the map, and it just opens up all those ways, and that child feels like, "Oh my God, I've been heard," and geography comes along with it. That's fantastic that you're incorporating that into the classroom. You would,
been a lot of
some
fun.
people wouldn't think like, "Oh, 4-year-olds can't do that." But as you know,
Yes,
they can.
they can do that
They-
because
yeah.
what they hear in their home, they're just going to bring it right to the classroom. Fantastic. So let's tell Tracy. Well, we'll have Tracy watch this. We'll tell Tracy how we can do that. Great. We do that with the school age kids all the time. That's
Yeah,
part of
yeah.
their curriculum. But you have now introduced it to preschool, which is cool.
Yeah, and it'll
Nice.
be kind of interesting, like when they get to the older, like they'll be like, "Hey, I've done this before."
Exactly.
Like, I know.
Yep.
So
That's awesome.
It's the little things.
How about you, Tiff? What have you incorporated into your classroom?
We do a lot more singing, actually.
Great. I love song.
One of the conferences that I went to was all about teaching through song.
That's awesome.
And so now we for everything we're singing, transitions especially.
Yep.
And it helps the transition go because the kids are engaged in the song and not really paying attention. Okay, I have to clean up these 5 blocks, and
Exactly.
they're singing about it instead.
That's awesome. It's amazing how much music can make things go by quicker.
Yes.
Like when you're cleaning the house,
Yep.
if
I
I
was
put
gonna
music
say that. I
on,
was just
it's
gonna
like
say that.
enjoyable. It's like, oh, you know, you can kind of dance and pledge or whatever you do, vacuum.
Yes.
It's fun, you know. It's not like, oh, I'm cleaning my house, you know.
And
So-
the kids don't feel like they're actually doing work. They're having fun while
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
And-
a great transition piece. Yeah, absolutely.
That's awesome. And sometimes music also is a great way to have kids memorize certain things.
Yes.
Because a lot of times,
So
I
rote.
remember in my science class, one of my teachers was like, if I put this to a song, you guys would know the periodic table like this.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're right, I would, but no, I don't know if anyone's done that. That was many, many years ago.
I'm going to give you that challenge,
Yeah.
Amy, okay? Let's put that in a children's book.
Like
Back in
hydrogen,
listening, we're gonna
oxygen,
do
I'm
this.
done.
We're going to point those to the periodic table.
But it just, you know, because beats and music just help you remember
does.
things.
Yeah. That's how I actually taught my son how to spell his name. I made
See?
it into a song. So
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
So
It's
now you
interesting. There
know.
must be something, which I'm not a brain person, but there's going to be something in the brain that does that rhythms that help to learn, because it is improving over and over and over again. When you incorporate music into any classroom, children just have an extension of amazing learning. It truly is.
Yes.
Yeah. And today, how do you get your songs? Tell us. I mean, it's.
Do you make them up?
I make them up as
You
I go
do?
along.
I was just going to say, I did the same thing.
I do.
What's his transition cleanup song?
We have so many. Gosh, like putting me on the spot. You know?
I just like to break on the song.
All the time it was clean up, clean up.
We don't actually do that one
that
anymore.
That's
No.
over my
A lot
head.
of times I will actually just make a song as I'm going along.
Nice.
So it's not something that I have. Okay, we're gonna sing clean
Got
up,
it.
clean up.
Yeah.
It's we're cleaning up 5 blocks today, like
Oh, nice.
to other tunes, but you just put the words that go in with what
Right.
they're doing.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
as you say, as we're cleaning up 5 blocks, you're teaching math. Isn't that cool?
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
That early childhood stuff is just so delightful. It really is. Yeah. Yeah. Now, did either one of you take a workshop that you didn't like and you walked out? Because it's okay to do that. When I first went to my conference years ago, I'm like, I signed up for this, and it says over here that I'm supposed to be here today, and like, this is just not where I want to be. You know? Did you? No.
No.
Okay.
That's good.
No, yeah.
Every single conference was
it,
very
it.
informative, and even if I didn't like the way that it was going, I still learned from it.
That's good.
Right.
Great.
That's really good. I've walked out of a few conferences. I'm like, I can't sit through this. I'll go to a different, bounce on to the next one.
Yeah,
Because sometimes there's some that you've already kind of know. And I'm like, if I'm going to spend an hour and a half learning something, I want to learn something I really don't know
Right.
versus something I already kind of have a
Yeah.
understanding of. So, how was the flight though? You guys went from Rhode Island to California.
East
a
to the
long
west.
flight.
It was a pretty long flight. We
Yeah.
stopped over for a little while.
Oh, nice.
Where did we
I think
stop?
the first time it was like Maryland or something. And
Baltimore.
Then coming back was
Yes.
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Yes.
So.
So it broke it up a little bit.
Yeah.
Going there, I think we were just excited to get there.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Getting
Yeah.
back, we're like, okay, we're kind of
Yeah.
ready to get off this plane.
Yeah, you are. You are. You really are.
But
yeah.
I mean, it was awesome. I've never been to California, so
Oh,
it was.
good.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was
That's awesome.
really cool just to kind of.
Was it in Los Angeles?
It was in
We were
Los
in
Angeles.
Los Angeles, yeah.
Okay, that's what I
Like
thought.
right near was it the Staples Center, Verizon?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, so it was nice, and it was like a good walking distance from, you
Oh,
know,
so you
the
get to see
conference.
stuff.
So yeah, we got to see a little bit, and then we kind of did a little sightseeing when we had a little bit of free time.
Nice.
So it was
That's
nice.
awesome.
It was
Well,
awesome.
that's
I can
important.
check that off like my.
Yes, like I went
my-
there, I'm good.
We could see the
bucket
Hollywood
list.
sign
The
from our
bucket
room.
list.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
We could see the Hollywood sign from
Oh,
our
that's
room.
cool.
Isn't that neat?
That's
That was
very
neat.
cool.
That's like an icon for America.
Yeah.
You see it on
First time I,
TV.
yeah,
Right.
first time I saw it, like took 1,000 pictures. Oh my God, I always saw this on TV. Now I'm seeing it. Right now. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
It was nice.
How about the keynotes? Who were the keynote speakers?
It was the lady from Sesame Street.
That's right.
She actually did very, very good. It was, you know, just like listening to her background, coming from like a very rough upbringing, and you know, seeing the changes and the growth through Sesame Street. That like, you know, bringing in like all the education in Sesame Street. Like you watch Sesame
That's another
Street,
good one, yeah.
but like she was just saying how like it just incorporated so many like life lessons and learning that and it changed a lot of things like for TV and like barriers and stuff. So it was awesome to listen to her story and things that she had to say.
So she found resilience in like she used to watch Sesame Street as a child, or she created Sesame Street.
No, I think she started. She was like from the beginning.
Oh wow.
So yeah, so
amazing.
she kind of, and it's funny. She was actually talking about how like a lot of her life story was incorporated into Sesame
Oh
Street.
wow.
Like she even had like her daughter in the show and like things like that. So it was very cool just kind of seeing.
It's amazing though, a child that had a rough background. The resilience of children is amazing.
It's amazing.
Do you know, like, some kids just have it in them to make it work, you know?
Right.
And Sesame Street's a staple in many people's homes today.
Even today,
Oh,
yes.
Yeah.
Are
Still.
we iPad? Whatever it's on, you just...
You know, as you say that too, this woman who incorporated her life into Sesame Street, doing her passion, doing her work, and keeping her family in it. It's amazing. And she's saying she had a rough life, but she looked from a whole different set of lenses and just turned it around.
Yes.
And then the gift that she's given to so many people throughout lifetime, through her unhappiness, she has got in touch with that and has gone further to make so many other lives beneficial. That's amazing. I love those stories, you know. There's something
was
really
very
special about a
interesting.
story like that. Yeah. And it just gives people, so many other people, hope that it can be done, you know. 'Cause
Right.
sometimes we can just get in these ruts. We don't want to get out of them, and like, woe is me. And here's a woman who turned the whole thing around and got a great gift of Sesame Street. That's cool.
Yes.
That's awesome. It's amazing.
So let me ask you a question about work. I'll call it work, W-O-R-K. How was it to leave your classroom for a few days in the hands of other people? Was that difficult? And can you have any tips to pass on?
It was difficult because I'm very much into my classroom. Like it
Yes,
has
you
to be a
are.
certain
Yes, you
way.
are.
But I trusted my assistant to do the job, and
Right.
and she did, and it was fine. And
Yeah.
she was sending me text updates throughout,
Oh,
and we did this,
nice.
and we added to this, and
Yeah.
it was okay.
That's awesome.
I would say the same. I think it's good. I always, have that curriculum ready to go and like this is what you need to do, and I kind of leave everything step by step because that's just like the type of person I am, so that they kind of have everything, and I get back and they're like, we did this and that, and so
I think you're proud of them. Like,
Yes.
right.
like the mom pride, like, oh, they're growing. And
Yeah,
you're like
yeah.
your teacher assistant.
Right.
My classroom can still go on when I'm not there, you know.
I still get nervous sometimes, but
That's actually just very normal. It truly is, you know. But I've seen the past years, many years ago, we used to have conferences more. Like some people just wouldn't go because they could not leave their classroom. I'm like, this is a step professionally for you, as well for the person who backs you up, to give them the opportunity to lead too, you know. And they come back, as Amy said, they can do it. You're proud of them. They're proud of what they have done too, you know.
And it also makes you proud of yourself because I pretty much trained my assistant.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I knew that I did a good job
You did a
training,
very
and
good job.
she
You
was able
tested
to.
it in a very positive
Yes.
way, and it totally worked. Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and I think the professional relationship between the lead and the assistant
yeah.
can be very positive.
Right.
And then if it's not working, though, it's very important to then work on that, because that can be very negative too in a classroom. So, but most of the time
Definitely.
I see when you have a lead and an assistant that get along well, that classroom is like synergetic. It's
just flows.
1
Yes.
plus 1
Yes.
equals 3 in that
Yes.
one, because it just goes. It's you don't even have to talk, and you all know what each other are doing. You know,
You just look
Yeah.
across the room,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah."
yeah.
Yeah.
The silence is like spoken. It's amazing.
Yes.
As a kid's doing this, you're doing. your assistant
step
lead
ahead of 'em.
gets it. The assistant lead gets it.
Yeah.
So, since I had mentioned earlier that we put this together very last minute, and thank you both for deciding to go and pulling through with us. I truly appreciate that. Anything, and Rebecca's back there taking notes, okay? Anything that you think the home office could do differently for next year? So
More
we're very
time?
open to
A little bit more time.
Rebecca, more time.
Although I do work well under pressure, so
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I'm
so
like,
the
hey, I'm
short
ready to
time
roll.
was good.
Good. See?
Because I knew I had to get it in and get it done. So
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah, we tried to make it something unique that everyone was just going to throw their name in, that we really wanted people to know there was going to be, you know, you had to kind of like write in, and then also at the end go to you, which I thought was fantastic. I happened to be at that meeting for the administrators, and they came and presented in front of all the administrators, which is big, you know what I'm
I missed
saying?
that one, I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
went there, yeah.
Like,
But
I'm
I
like-
watched the presentation, it was fantastic, and you gave some of those people never been to a national conference too. So I'm giving some insight on what that would be like, you know. So did you think that part we should continue for next year?
Definitely.
Yeah, I
Okay.
think so for sure.
And I think it's great that lead teachers in a classroom went versus administrators
Yeah.
or someone from the home office.
I
Like,
agree.
I think it's important that we all do a job, don't get me wrong, but you all are doing that job day
Right.
in and day out. So if I learn about teaching song, it's really not going to have as much impact as when you learn about bringing song into a
Right.
classroom. So I think that's huge, is the people that are actually, we work too, I'm not saying we don't, but the people that are actually doing that service
Amy,
part of the
every day is
job.
vacation to us, you know that.
God, this is worse. No, just kidding, it's best.
We'll do a whole other show on that.
No, but
Let's
you
not
know, so-
drag them into this.
No. So I think that's important that we have people that are in the line staff,
Instead of having a middleman, we could see it on our own.
Yeah.
because I think the impact is much different than hearing it from a supervisor.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
I think so many times there's so many things coming from supervisors.
Yeah.
You need to feel it and do it and experience
Right. I
it.
was gonna say I'm a very like hands-on and like involved type of person. So even like I went to like a music and movement, and they had us like dancing
That's
and
awesome.
using instruments. So and I like that, because then I can kind of bring that back to my class. And I think like you said, it would be kind of different, just kind of listening to someone talk about it.
What they like drone on and on. You'd be like, well, why can't I dance?
Did you ever think someday you might present at a conference? Do you ever think of that as a possibility?
I think so.
Good, great, yeah. We just put a proposal in from the home office to do possibly a couple of different things. We might
Where's
get
this year's?
Georgia,
Yeah.
Oh, Atlanta.
Atlanta, yeah, which is a really nice spot
Hot
to do.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Is it November?
correct,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, that's a good time to go there, though.
Yeah.
It's not like
yeah.
July, August. Well, it's hot.
So the $1 million question is, when we do again next year, do you think we should have 2 separate hotel rooms for 2 different people, or?
I think it worked.
Yeah, I
I
we
think-
were fine.
yeah.
Okay, good, thanks.
I think it would have been different if it was like a male and a female.
Yeah.
But
How do
I
you
think
explain
How
do you explain that to your
Yeah.
husband? No, I totally agree. Yeah,
I
we
think
made
like from
sure,
the
yeah.
airport on, like we clicked and we were.
And I think that's
That
what
was our
matters is
biggest-
that you guys collect. I feel like
Yes.
if you both, not that I would think this, but if you all didn't get along,
Yeah.
it would have been a very long,
Yeah.
however long you were
Right.
there.
Because like, once again, because of the last minute, the whole thing finding a room was a little bit interesting.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
And
Yeah.
it's Los Angeles.
Huh?
It's not cheap over there.
No. So anyhow, that was a whole other factor coming involved too. You know, But we should have the whole thing in place. What we're going to do by June for this year. You
Yep.
know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And my understanding is, so as part of the package, you got flight, hotel, and then food stipend as well.
Correct.
Was the food stipend enough? Like, I know
Yes.
Los
Yes.
Angeles is
Yeah,
a
it
little bit
was
higher
definitely
It was definitely
price-wise.
enough.
I wasn't sure how it worked.
Yeah.
It's hard to judge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I know because they're in a different place and,
Yep.
So definitely pricing is very different
Yeah.
over there
Oh,
than
yeah.
over here.
My sister-in-law lives there, and we went to visit. And I was like, everything was like $2 to $3 more, like
Yeah.
for every item. I was like,
Everything.
okay.
Yeah.
So I think we had just enough to make it through the few
How
days.
about the proximity of where the hotel was to the conference center? Was it a big hike or not so far?
No, it wasn't too
We
bad.
tried to
10
keep you
minutes,
close,
I
but
wanna
once
say.
again,
Some of the conferences were right across the street.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's nice.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That's very nice.
it's hard, like Amy said, when you're doing it on a piece of paper or on the internet compared to being there. We try to keep you as close as possible.
And the weather was gorgeous, so that
Yeah,
helped.
we didn't
That
mind
helps.
walking at all or like enjoying
Yeah,
the day.
California in November is beautiful.
Yeah, it was
Now,
so nice.
did you meet any other people that you're still in contact with from other childcare centers or other teachers?
I don't think I remained in contact, but we would
Yeah.
have like conversations through like meal times and things like that. But
That's cool.
I didn't really exchange numbers with anyone. I don't know if you
On Facebook, I'm friends with one of the teachers that was from Utah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
That's very cool. Facebook like opens your whole world.
Yeah.
Because
It
now
really
it's
does.
like, it's not like a phone number where you feel like it's like,
That's a little personal.
yeah,
that's true.
it's like,
That's
oh,
true.
900 other people are on my account, so what's
Right.
an extra one?
I do get emails from some of the the conference speakers though, like on like little like
Tidbits or whatever.
yeah, like
That's
articles
nice.
that they do and stuff, which I like that. So
That's awesome. What a great resource. That's really. Now, next year, when people apply for it, what would you say is the reason they should apply? Like after going there, what was like, I'm sure you're happy you went, but why would you encourage them more to apply?
It's a great learning opportunity.
yeah,
It was-
really. I mean, there's like I said, there's so much information to take in and bring back and incorporate. So definitely do it.
I do suggest adding an extra day.
Okay, see, we need
Yeah.
to know
Yeah.
that.
That's
yeah.
good to know. It was called what,
At
rushed.
the end, at the end or the beginning?
Either.
Okay, either way, as long as it's an extra day. yeah,
Yes,
that's
because it was
okay.
very rushed.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we tried to jam pack everything into a 2-3 day time span.
I think when we got there, like we put our stuff down and then we already had to go like register and do our thing
Yeah.
so that
That's
you
a
know,
lot.
Yeah.
How long was the actual conference? I don't even
It
know.
was like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
No,
when
I
did-
think
No,
it started on
Wednesday through
Wednesday.
Oh,
Saturday.
Wednesday. Okay. Okay.
and when does it end on like the last day? Like time?
Later in the afternoon.
Okay, so it's not. So it's either. Got it. All right.
Did you walk around exhibit hall? Did you ever get a chance to do that?
Yes.
Not massive.
Huge.
Like that's
so
freaking
much.
massive. Like I've never seen so many tables of people. You know.
And a lot of things there. I'm like, oh, I would love that for my classroom.
Right?
Yeah.
You're like
Oh,
jotting down, like
amazing.
maybe
Yeah.
we can.
Like I'm take a picture of our order online because I mean to take that stuff back it's just so heavy.
Yeah.
But actually, when I went, and I think my first conference was 1991 ever, and it was Atlanta, Georgia, and I was walking around that exhibit hall, which was absolutely amazing, and that's when I found out about Nova University, where I got my doctorate. There was a big thing, Nova University, enroll now for your doctorate degree. It's like a superintendent's doctorate degree, human development. And I sat and talked to the people, and it was just my first introduction to it, and that's kind of how it got me going on that whole plane of my education through that conference. It's amazing, you know. And they just happen to have a booth with information. They've certainly Nova University has grown from there, but I mean, you can get children's books to go to college, to curriculum, to it's puppets, right?
Yes.
It's amazing when you can get that exhibit. Biggest Ian Hope I ever saw in my entire life.
Right.
Yeah. Great. We have like a minute left. Anything you want to add before we close?
Just thank you for the opportunity.
Oh my
Oh,
God,
of
thank
course.
you.
Yes.
Thank you for going.
It was a
Yeah.
great opportunity that I will
Yeah.
never forget.
That's awesome.
Fantastic.
I'm glad you both enjoyed it, even if
Yeah.
it was kind of last minute.
Yeah,
I know. I'm
really.
almost like, man, how can I like sneak in next year?
You're like, "Can I reunion
in
even if you
Georgia."
guys don't like, but I'm like,
You're like, I can reapply.
and just the power of Facebook that I'm reading, some of the experience you'll have. Then I'm like, Amy, she's pregnant. She just found out. I'm like, oh my God, she still went.
I know.
That was
yeah,
amazing.
that
to
was
me.
rough because I was still like with the
You-
morning
morning
sickness, and I'm like,
sickness.
you know what? I'm just gonna push through. I'm
Oh,
gonna
God
Quite the
bless you.
woman to do all that.
That's
let me
amazing.
tell
Because I
ya.
remember morning.
Yeah,
I
like,
give you all the credit in the world.
Really. Morning sickness and a conference on a plane for like
Oh,
5
yeah.
hours.
But it was all worth it. It
You're
was
a
definitely
trooper.
worth
You
it.
both did a lot. That was pretty good to add
I'm
to
glad
it.
you both enjoyed it, and
Yeah.
you can encourage other people in your centers to apply for it.
Yes.
Because we
Definitely.
want all of our staff to have the opportunities and see it, and all the employees to enjoy it, and the teachers to bring this stuff back to them. Like, that's where we need it.
Yeah.
Not the home office
Right.
with you.
Yes. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very welcome.